MTG Scoundrels, it's in the cardboard. Ladies and gentlemen, scoundrels of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Modern Weekly. Today on the docket, we have Broodscale combo versus Grixis Vengevine. Broodscale making a name for itself ever since the Spotlight series, about a month ago. Of course, we're talking about the Gruul version. Getting things started off here with an Urza Saga into a Blade of the Bloodchief. Passing the turn. Of course, this Vengevine list, very explosive. There's a Blood Crypt and a pass. Untapping, drawing. Saga will go to 2. There's an Eldrazi Temple into a Glaring Fleshraker and pass. End step. Cracking the fetch land. The Bloodstained Mire. And finding a Surveil land, in this case it's Thundering Falls. Surveilling a Psychic Frog away. Ooh, and there's a Vengevine in hand already. There's a Blood Crypt. That'll bring us to 20 to 17. There's a Psychic Frog. Discarding a Detective's Phoenix. Putting a counter on the Frog. And discarding a Vengevine, putting a counter on the Frog. And discarding a land, putting another counter on the Frog. And there is a Hollow One. And a Vengevine. Vengevine attacking in for 4. And that is how explosive these Vengevine decks can be with such a great discard outlet. Urza Saga. Floating a mana, going to the 3rd chapter. Finding a Springleaf Drum here. Oh, the Broodscale player might go for the kill here. Mana tapped out. Is there a Broodscale in hand? Oh, there is. And a Cavern as well. Cavern of Souls, that will name Eldrazi. Floating in Eldrazi mana, casting a Broodscale, dealing 2 damage. Brings us to 16 to 15. Attaching the blade to the Broodscale. And that'll do it. Game 1 going to Broodscale combo. Thank you all so much for watching us here at MTG Scoundrels. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. Definitely sub to the channel. We are on our march over to 500 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers. So thanks to all of you that have already subscribed. And hopefully you will sub for more content. Moving into sideboard decisions here. Broodscale probably not changing too much. Possibly bringing in a Dismember or 2 at most. And or maybe Grafdigger's Cage if that is in the board. But really here, just going to try to ride the back of Writhing Chrysalis and Emrakul in this matchup. create enough blockers that they run out of stuff to do. Game 1, usually about comboing off. Game 2, try to kill them with Emrakul. Oh, now we're starting to see a little bit here. Shockingly relevant is Vexing Bauble here. Though I don't know if that'll be brought in. We'll probably see Pithing Needle be brought in because that's pretty decent into stopping the free sack outlet. Or the free discard outlet, excuse me. In terms of Grixis Vengevine, some of it is just bringing in removal pieces and a little bit of counter magic. Consign of Memory still strong. And, you know, forces, maybe even a subtlety here or there. Also strong as well. Moving into our ads, definitely check out our friends over at Arcane Artistry. They make wonderful food, clue, and treasure tokens in the stained glass style. Definitely bug them about future tokens that they are currently working on. They've been featured over on EDH Hijinks as well as the Spike Feeders, and we appreciate them sponsoring us. Of course, check out our friends over at Warden Games, hosts of our channel, a wonderful place to storm out. Link to their card links in the description, as well as their main page. Definitely give them a look. Of course, check out our friend Sean Gerard, artist of this channel. Makes wonderful art. Whether you're needing art for a professional setting or as a gift for a friend or loved one, definitely check out their artwork, their QR code on the screen, and their email in the description, open to new projects. And of course, check out us on our socials. We are at MTG Scoundrels on Blue Sky, on Twitter, and on Facebook. And of course, interact with us in the comments below. We love to hear about the decks you guys are playing, and we love to interact with all y'all. So thank you once again for watching the channel. Moving on to game number 2 here. Starting off with a Raucous Theater, putting a Vengevine into the bin. That's the way you want to start if you are this Vengevine player. There's a Wooded Foothills that is going to get cracked. Going to 19, playing a Blade, and passing the turn. For a while in Modern, we had a really slow format, but it has really sped up recently, especially with decks like Ketramose not seeing as much play as it used to. There is a Faithless Looting. Draw 2, discard 2. Exactly what this Vengevine list wants to be doing. Discard a Blazing Rootwalla. Madness Trigger. And discarding a Marauding Mako. That Blazing Rootwalla will come into play, being cast off its Madness Trigger, and a Street Wraith is going to be cycled. That'll bring us to 19 to 18. 3 discards. There's a Thundering Falls, leaving the land on top. And there is a Hollow One, which will bring out Vengevine. Vengevine attacking in for 4. Quite the start for this Vengevine player. Interesting spot for the Broodscale player. Staring down at least 9 points of damage. Here is a Cavern of Souls, naming Eldrazi. Here's a Malevolent Rumble. All reasonable hits here. Taking the Eldrazi Temple, That kind of just lets you know Chrysalis is going to be the next turn here. Passing. Blood Crypt untapped. 15 to 16. Psychic Frog. There's the free discard outlet. Vengevine, Hollow One, and Blazing Rootwalla getting in. I'll bring us to 6 to 18. There's the Eldrazi Temple. One mana up usually screams Dismember or Fatal Push. Which with Cavern on the battlefield is why that land was left up. There's the Chrysalis. Making 3 dudes. Passing the turn. Writhing Chrysalis, one of the best commons to have been printed in recent memory. Here's a Faithless Looting. Discarding a land in Blazing Rootwalla. Rootwalla will come into play after being cast for 0 off Madness. Psychic Frog given flying here. Attacking in with everything. Writhing Chrysalis blocking the frog. The spawn's blocking everything else. Ooh, 1 card being discarded to frog. Two cards being discarded to frog. Before damage, one of the spawns getting sacked. Another spawn getting sacked. The frog will die. Probably should have just sacked the 3rd spawn as well, but didn't here. Passing the turn. So we are currently at 6 to 16. Tough spot. There's an Urza's Saga. Saga gonna equip, well, using the Saga mana to equip the blade to the Writhing Chrysalis. And passing the turn. Grixis attacking in with everything. 4 mana. There's a Kozilek's Command. So exiling one Root Walla. Oh, gonna pay full price for the Dismember here. Writhing Chrysalis will go down. Two spawns being made. These spawns, I would assume, are going to block the Vengevine and the Hollow one. The Blazing Root Walla will get in. That'll bring us to 5 to 16. Land for turn and go. Oh my goodness, tapped out. Does the Broodscale player have it? There's a Cavern of Souls naming Eldrazi. Oh, there is a Broodscale in hand. Floating in Eldrazi mana. There's Basking Broodscale. Equipping the blade. Adapting the Broodscale. Making an Eldrazi spawn. There is K-Command. There's Emrakul. That'll do it. Game, set, match. Going to Broodscale combo. Thank you all so much for watching us here at MTG Scoundrels. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. And we will see you all next week.